Hey guys, here are my UFC 143 predictions. I'm so sorry, it's been like over a month since I did a video, but I've just been super busy with stuff in LA and acting and all that good stuff. But 143, big fight event. I'm gonna start backwards. I'm gonna listen to you guys and I'm gonna start backwards. I always start with the main event, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give in and I'm just gonna start bottom up. First prediction is Ed Herman versus Clifford Starks, and don't know too much about Starks. I do know that he is a wrestler. He has good stand-up. I was looking on some of the forums, and some people were saying that he could be the little sleeper that comes along and shakes things up. I don't know. A lot of his wins have been by decision and KO, so he's had a mixture. I'm not sure how his jiu-jitsu is, and we know that Ed is pretty solid. I'm going to go with Ed on this, even though he's coming off surgery, but he's coming off, I think, 2 wins. He had Aaron Simpson, and then he had 2 wins, and then he's coming off surgery right now. So that can always be a problem, but I'm going to go with Ed on this one. I think by decision, maybe submission, but going with Ed Herman. And we'll see how Clifford is. He could surprise us all, so I'm excited for this fight. Next prediction is Mike Pierce versus Josh Koscheck, and this is also an interesting matchup. Both guys, they are wrestlers, really good wrestlers, good stand-up, very interesting kind of pairing. I wonder how this fight's going to go down. I give Koscheck the slight edge in terms of stand-up. I was watching the UFC preview, and it's kind of funny, all the trash talking going back and forth, and not a lot, but just from what I saw in the preview, that, you know, Mike said that he feels that Koscheck is very predictable, and then Koscheck feels that Mike doesn't have any power in his strikes and stuff. So it's going to be interesting. I'm going with Koscheck on this one just because he has a slight edge, but Mike Pierce is also really tough, really good. I'm hoping this would be more of a stand-up war and it doesn't get to the ground and do a whole wrestling kind of thing. But it should be interesting. I'm going with Koscheck on this one. Next prediction, I am very excited for this fight, is Roy Nelson versus Fabricio Werdum. I love Werdum. And I'm excited because I'm also a fan of Roy Nelson. I think both fighters in their own way are underestimated, and I think the biggest mistake you can make is to underestimate Roy Nelson. I think that he could definitely knock out Werdum or pull an upset. I don't know. I mean, both of their jiu-jitsu is legit. Like, Roy's good, Werdum's good, Werdum's really good. I think that Roy, he hits hard, but I think that if it goes, I'm just worried about his cardio. I think that Werdum could definitely, could go either way. I really think this is a pretty cool matchup. Excited for this fight. I'm gonna go with Werdum. I'm gonna go, but I don't know. I feel like Werdum could end it, but then Roy could end it. It's a crazy fight. But I'm going to go with Werdum. Last prediction! Yay! Super duper excited for this fight. Freaking Nick Diaz and Carlos Condit. I like both fighters. It's funny because back in the day when I first started watching the UFC, I did not like Nick Diaz. I thought he was cocky. I thought he just seemed like, ugh. But just watching his fights, I mean, you can't deny he's a great fighter. And Carlos Condit as well. I've been a fan of his since WEC, and I think both guys are very deserving. Both guys are great fighters, have a ton of wins. And this fight, I mean, I don't even know. I think Carlos might be favored to win, but Nick is just, he's on a roll, and I think he's just so impressive. I'm going to go with Nick on this one. I honestly don't know how it's going to go down, because I hate to say, like, oh, knockout or submission, and then it's like going to be like a, you know, 5-round fight. It's going to be a long fight. I'm going to go with Nick on this one, but like I said, I'm just going to sit back and enjoy, and if Carlos wins, Carlos wins. I'm a fan of both guys, and I'm excited. Yay! Remember, guys, if you don't see a video on YouTube, make sure you follow me on Twitter and Facebook, because I post stuff on my website, MMAgirls.net, and so if I don't do a video, I'll still put it on MMAgirls.net. I'll just write it out. So, like I said, if you know, the UFC's coming up and there's no video by Joanne, I suggest you guys go to MMAgirls.net and you can catch up on what's been going on.